Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of my Alpha family. Welcome back to the only place where the truth isn't filtered, softened, or diluted for your comfort. Tonight, I'm not here to whisper you lullabies. I'm here to break your chains. And I'm not talking to your weak side. I'm talking to the beast inside you. The one that's been quiet too long. The one that's been letting cowards analyze you like you're some open book, some soft target. Who Tef are you? While they're in the group chat, analyzing you like it's a damn crime doc, watching your every move, interpreting your silence like it's guilt, like you owe them something, like your life is theirs to discuss, dissect, and demean. You sit there, letting them feed on your name like vultures. That ends tonight. You hear me? That ends tonight. You think they're just laughing behind screens? No, they're building stories about you, molding your reputation with their greasy fingers, like it's clay in their hands, and you let them. You give them fuel with every ounce of doubt you carry, every moment you hesitate, every time you walk past the mirror and pretend not to see the fire dying in your own eyes. But ask yourself, right now, who the freak are you? Because if you don't know, they will decide for you, and they won't be kind. They'll paint you in failure, dress you in insecurity, and parade you as weak, all while sipping on your silence. You don't even know you're the villain in their stories. You're the question mark they can't solve, so they reduce you to noise. But you were never noise. You were a war drum. You were thunder. And you forgot. That's why they dare talk. That's why they dare laugh. You forgot your own name while trying to be liked, trying to stay safe. You played soft while they built entire episodes about you, like it was a Netflix original, like your pain was entertainment, like your struggle was just a meme to pass around. Well, now it's time to flip the damn script. Let me remind you. Monsters don't explain themselves. Wolves don't beg sheep for validation. You were never meant to be understood by small minds in crowded group chats. You were built to be feared in silence, respected in absence, unstoppable when you rise. They analyze because they can't imitate. They study because they can't create. They gossip because that's the only time they feel important, when your name is in their mouths. Let them choke on it. Let them dissect every inch of your silence. Because what's coming isn't silence. It's a storm. Your comeback is going to be the kind of brutal that history books don't even know how to contain. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your grind, your growth, your pain, your scars. The world doesn't give you trophies for suffering, so stop waiting for applause. Get ugly with the climb. Get raw with your purpose. You were never here to be palatable. You were born to shatter expectations, to crush timelines, to destroy every version of you that ever settled. And when they come looking again, oh, and they will, when the group chat lights up again, this time they won't be analyzing you. They'll be warning others about you. But here's the truth they'll never admit. They see your potential. That's why you're the topic. That's why they can't shut up. They see the flame you're afraid to feed. They see the king, the queen, the ruler, buried under layers of self-doubt, distractions, and apologies. That's why they pick at you like vultures. They smell royalty under the rubble. So now, you've got two options. Burn it all down and rise, or let them keep building their crime doc while you rot in chapter 1. You don't get to play victim and hero in the same breath. Pick a side. Either you're hunted or you're the hunter. There is no peace in the middle. The world doesn't respect those who float. You either drown or walk on water. But make damn sure you decide. You think lions care what rats whisper in their holes? You think wolves care who fears the howl? Stop being a shadow of what you were born to be. The real ones don't care how many followers you have. They want to see if you bleed. And if you bleed, they want to see if you keep moving. That's power. They want your story without your struggle. They want your strength without your suffering. But guess what? They don't get to pick your narrative anymore. That pen is back in your hands now, and I want you to write like you've never been doubted. Write like every name they called you burns into power. Walk into rooms like you built them. Break doors down when they're locked. Leave footprints in places they swore you'd never reach. Because this world doesn't hand out crowns. You take them. You weren't built to impress. You were built to impact. And the moment you stop trying to fit in is the moment you become unstoppable. So next time you hear your name in their mouths, next time the group chat lights up with, "Did you see what they posted? Why are they so quiet? What are they even doing with their life?" Smile, because now you know. You're the threat they didn't expect, the storm they can't outrun, the fire that refuses to go out. Don't fight for approval, fight for domination. Don't aim to be liked, aim to be legendary. The ones who play small die invisible. You were meant to live loud, you were meant to walk like thunder cracks, the ground under your feet. Your dreams aren't jokes, your vision isn't delusion, it's destiny. If you're brave enough to chase it, and if they can't handle that, let them talk, let them choke, let them watch. Because now, you move in silence, but when you strike, the whole world hears it. Good, you're still here. That means the beast inside you is listening. That means some part of you still remembers what it felt like to be disrespected, to be overlooked, to watch them sit in rooms you weren't invited to, rooms built on your ideas, your efforts, your silence, to watch them twist your truth, act like they know your story, like they were there through the grind, like they carried the weight you drag every damn day. They weren't. They never will be. But that's the game, isn't it? They sit in comfort while you battle storms, and then they judge your thunder like it's too loud for their little ears. Who TEF are you? They're in the group chat analyzing you like it's a damn crime doc, like your name is evidence and your ambition is suspicious. Let them analyze. Let them try to decode your silence, because what they don't realize is that silence isn't weakness. It's the sound of something ancient awakening. It's the rumble before the quake. It's you preparing for war in a world full of cowards. You want to know who you are? You're the architect of your own damn legacy. You're the nightmare they didn't plan for. You are not a trend. You are not a phase. You are not the soft echo of yesterday. You are the scream of tomorrow. Every time they laughed at you, remember it. Every time they questioned you, doubted you, talked down on you, tattoo that into your bones. Let it be the ink that writes your comeback. Let it be the steel in your spine, because this world doesn't give second chances to the weak. It doesn't reward the comfortable. You don't get to sit on your potential and expect applause. You earn your place by taking hits and still moving forward. You earn your place by bleeding and still building. You earn your place by looking at every failure, every fake friend, every backstab and saying, "Thank you for the lesson. Now watch me rise." They think your silence means you're losing. They think your distance means you gave up. But you're just evolving. You're sharpening the sword. You're rebuilding the empire, brick by bloody brick. You were never meant to fit into their small circle. You were meant to set the damn standard. And when you finally stop explaining yourself, when you finally stop showing up just to prove your worth, you will realize something terrifying and powerful. Their approval was never the currency. Your presence was. Now ask yourself, why do they keep watching? Why do they keep talking? Why does your name stay in their mouth like a flavor they can't spit out, because deep down, they know you're not one of them. You never were. You were never meant to be average. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to disrupt, to divide oceans with your footsteps, to rewrite narratives with your actions. They feel it. That's why they gossip. That's why they whisper. That's why they fear you, even when they pretend to mock you. Because when you finally unleash what's inside, their world will burn from the glow of your rise. They want you soft. They want you obedient. They want you apologetic for daring to dream bigger than they ever will. And the second you start watering yourself down to fit their comfort zone, you've already lost. But not anymore. You don't shrink anymore. You expand, you command, you conquer. You take up space like it was always yours, because it was always yours. They just convinced you it wasn't. And if you need revenge, don't go chasing it in words or posts. Don't waste energy on the people who wouldn't even clap for you if you cured their misery. Your revenge is built in results. It's stitched into your success. It's in the way you walk into rooms they never thought you'd see, shaking hands with the future they swore you couldn't build. It's in the life you design while they sit stuck in recycled conversations about you. That's your power. That's your vengeance. To live so high, they can't even reach the altitude where your name now echoes. You owe them nothing, not a reply, not a reaction, not even recognition. Your silence is strategy now. Your success is execution. You are the blueprint and the builder. You are the storm and the stillness. You are what they study because they lack the courage to create. Let them screenshot your posts. Let them replay your stories. Let them obsess. Because while they're busy trying to break you down to feel tall, you're building an empire they'll never enter. You're creating a future where their names aren't even footnotes. So stand up, not physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Rise on the inside. Build your foundation so unshakable that even the harshest storms become background noise. No more doubting, no more playing small, no more asking for permission. You've seen hell, and now you build heaven, and not the kind they imagined, not the soft, sweet one. Number yours will be made of steel, carved in discipline, lit by the flames of rejection and betrayal. It will be beautiful, brutal, and untouchable. Who TF are you? You are the question that keeps them up at night, the glitch in their comfort, the storm they can't prepare for, the truth they refuse to face. You are the underdog turned overlord, the silent one turned savage, the quiet one turned king, the watched one who became the watcher. And from now on, every breath you take, every step you make, every damn move is a reminder that you never needed validation to become legendary. They talked, you built, they laughed, you worked, they doubted, you proved, they analyzed, you ascended, and now, you don't even need to answer their questions. Your existence is the answer. You've already crossed the line. There's no going back. You feel it now, don't you? That burn in your chest? That's your power remembering what it means to be you. They still think this is a game. They still think they're safe behind screens, behind keyboards, behind fake laughs, in rooms filled with people just as empty as they are. They sit there pretending to be critics when all they've ever been are cowards, too afraid to build anything real. Who TF are you? You're the reason their phones light up. You're the one they keep dissecting, inspecting, projecting on. Because they don't have the guts to be what you are becoming. Let that sink in. They could choose growth, but they chose gossip. They could choose greatness, but they chose group chats. They picked cowardice over courage, distraction over discipline, and now they sit there trying to dissect you. But you You are not for their understanding. You are for war. You are for glory. You are for domination. You weren't made to be understood. You were made to be undeniable. Every message they send, every whisper, every backhanded compliment, every passive-aggressive post, every eye roll, every damn thing they do trying to reduce you, it's all fear. That's what nobody tells you. The hate, the shade, the doubt, that's all fear in disguise. They are scared of you, and you haven't even hit your final form yet. Do you understand the power of that? You're shaking foundations just by breathing. You're disturbing their comfort just by refusing to fold. They talk because they can't touch you. They talk because your presence feels like punishment. They talk because you make them question why they settled. You remind them of their mediocrity, so they label you arrogant, extra, dangerous. And you know what? You are. Be dangerous. Be intense. Be too much. Because the world doesn't change for the timid. It bends to the unrelenting, to the obsessed, to the ones who walk alone into the fire and come out carrying lightning. They don't understand how you're still standing, how you're still smiling, how you keep pushing despite everything they threw at you. You know why you're still here? Because you don't need anyone to believe in you, as long as you believe in you. Let that sink in. Stop waiting for them to clap. Stop hoping they'll one day say, "Wow, I was wrong about you." They won't. They never will. They're not built to understand your magnitude. You were born to outgrow their expectations, to become the proof that silence is not surrender. It's strategy. That pain is not weakness. It's fuel. That failure is not the end. It's initiation. You want power? Then stop playing humble for the ungrateful. Stop dimming your fire so they can feel warm. Stop bending so they feel tall. Start demanding more from yourself. Start walking like the ground owes you an explanation. Start speaking like your voice rebuilds empires. Because it does. They study you like it's a crime doc? Then give them something criminal. Rob them of every excuse. Steal back your time. Murder the old version of you that cared what they think. Burn the version of you that begged for inclusion. Bury the one that waited for permission. That person died the moment you decided you were done, being analyzed and ready to be unleashed. And now the rules are different. You don't react, you execute. You don't explain, you elevate. You don't compete, you dominate. Because you didn't come this far to blend in. You came to break the system. You came to rewrite the story. You came to turn their doubt into dust every early morning, every late night, every sacrifice, every tear, every heartbreak, every moment you wanted to quit and didn't. All of that was armor. All of that was building the version of you that walks into the fire without blinking. You don't need to tell them your plan anymore. Just show them the aftermath. You're not here to be their entertainment. You're here to be their reckoning, and they're not ready for what you're about to become. So let them talk. Let them speculate. Let them turn your name into gossip, into theories, into drama. It doesn't matter anymore. You're too focused to hear it, too locked in, too far gone. The tunnel vision is real now. Your revenge is your results. Your silence is your sniper scope. Your patience is your most brutal weapon. Because when it hits, it won't be loud. It'll be lethal. No warning, just impact. You want them to stop analyzing you? Then give them a version of you they can't even comprehend. You don't have to prove them wrong anymore. You just have to prove you were always right about yourself. You are not their opinion. You are not their projection. You are not their mistake to discuss. You are not their favorite topic. You are the damn headline, the moment, the force, the storm. And when it's done, there won't be a group chat left to speak, just silence, the kind that only comes after a legend has passed through, the kind of silence that echoes louder than any of their words ever could. That's who you are. Now go become it. You want more? Good. 'Cause I'm not done. We've peeled back the layers of weakness. We've pulled your doubts out by the roots. But now we descend even deeper into that core part of you that still hesitates, that still flinches, that still hears their voices and lets them echo louder than your own. It ends now. You keep hearing that same question echo from the walls of your silence. Who the fucks are you? Well, let me tell you, you are not some half-forgotten dream. You are not the quiet failure in someone else's highlight reel. You are not their misinterpretation of your purpose. You are not their watered-down version of your fire. You are not a statistic, not a broken record, not a name to be thrown around like cheap gossip. You are something far more dangerous. Someone with nothing left to prove, but everything left to take. You think they know you? They don't even know themselves. They project because that's all they've got. They attack because it makes them feel alive. But when you rise, when you really rise, their world collapses because the person they thought was beneath them now stands above every lie they ever whispered. They turned your pain into punchlines. They turned your silence into suspicion. They turned your journey into a joke, and you took it. You swallowed it down like poison, thinking you were being mature, being above it, being the better person. But you're not here to be better. You're here to be beyond them. You're not here to prove them wrong. You're here to make their entire worldview irrelevant. Let them talk about what they think you are, because they don't know the hours. They don't know the tears behind your discipline. They don't know the anxiety you conquered just to stand up and try again. They don't know how many nights you stared into the void and decided to fight one more damn time. They don't know the weight of your self-control, of how many times you held back the fire, of how many bridges you could have burned and didn't. But they will. Oh, they will. They will see it in the results, in the silence that follows your victory, in the way people start saying your name with respect or fear. They'll see it when you walk into a room and every head turns, not because you demanded attention, but because your energy commands it, because power doesn't scream, it radiates. And you're about to light up the world like a damn supernova. You've been holding back for them, hiding your brilliance because they couldn't handle it, hiding your ambition because it made them uncomfortable, hiding your power because it made them insecure. And now you unleash. No more apologies, no more dimming, no more pretending you're not the one they feel threatened by when you walk into the room. You are not the villain in their story. You are the origin story of your own empire. You are the reason the rules are changing. You are the moment their comfort dies and their awakening begins. You are not being analyzed. You are being watched because deep down, they want to be you. They want your resilience, your silence, your grace under pressure, your refusal to fold, your ability to disappear for months and come back unrecognizable. They want it, but they'll never have it because they're too busy talking while you're busy building. Let them watch. Let them misunderstand. Let them assume. Because every time they speak on you without knowing the facts, they write themselves out of your future. They were characters in your past. But you're the author now. So write a story so vicious, so unstoppable, so untouchable, that they won't even recognize the name they once thought they knew. Let your next move break algorithms. Let your focus silence timelines. Let your execution be so surgical, so precise, so goddamn undeniable, that even your enemies have no choice but to say, damn, I never saw that coming, because that's who TF you are. A storm they can't prepare for, a weapon forged in isolation, a blueprint for those who rise from ruins, a problem without a solution. You are the pressure they can't handle. The pain they tried to give you, you turned it into power. The shame they tried to place on you, you turned it into armor. The silence they mocked, you turned it into a throne. They laughed at you when you were nothing. They'll fear you when you become everything. And when the dust settles, when the noise dies down, when the group chat's empty and the screens go dark, all that will be left is the truth. You were never the one to doubt. You were never the one to bet against. You were never the one to sleep on. You were the one becoming legendary in silence. And now? Now you answer the question not with words, but with legacy. They ask, "Who TF are you?" You smile and you show them.